united.
But if you win?
Mind your pride, Ser Duncan.
He's hurting her!
Duncan, no!
It is never wise. No choice. Trial by combat.
It means battle axes and lances of war.
I know what it means.
Come out, little knight.
Guys, we're here for the breakdown of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This was amazing, you know. I have to say, for a light-hearted show, this was profound. I feel as though it was so good that they did half an hour. They didn't miss any detail at all. I first have to start with Ser Duncan the Tall. You know, he won everyone's heart. You know, such a genuine, humble guy, which they don't see a lot in the Game of Thrones shows, and he's shown that a lot. And oh no, it was amazing. I really have to say the chemistry between him and Egg was just so genuine. Like, he did not know who Egg was, but he gave him so much love and treated him with so much respect without even knowing. And I think that was the interesting fact, that Egg didn't have to even say who he was. They just gone well, you know. Egg so bad wanted to be a squire, you know. He just loved being with him, and you could tell, even at times when, you know, Ser Duncan was trying to tell him, like, watch it, or I'll have you for this. I'll give you one. But no, it was just amazing to see, you know. So far, look, it was such a very concise but such an intricate episode. It starts off, you know, he's burying his, you know, the Hedge Knight that made him a knight, Salon Penetry, you know, and it shows so much humor at the beginning about how Salon gave him beats, taught him who he was, and made him the man he is today with such a good upbringing. Made him the knight he is today, you know, which he has to prove. You know, he goes to Ashford and he has to prove that. He has to prove to everybody that, yes, I am a knight. You know, he sees that there's a turning competition and he wants to go for that. He's got 3 horses, which he himself didn't want to sell because he wanted to show that, you know, he can be an honorable person. And it's just amazing to see that kind of characteristics of honor and integrity in a show like this. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely, they did a good job. So as he goes down, you know, he goes there and they can't take him serious as a, you know, they almost laugh at him calling himself a hedge knight. What really is a hedge knight to them? You know, they look at hedge knights as a lower level. So while he's over there, of course, one of the biggest notable names that he meets is Lionel Baratheon. Lionel Baratheon is such a flamboyant character as a Baratheon as well, which is shocking, but very, very highly enthusiastic. Like, such a remarkable character. You know, you can see he's treated with so much respect, with all his aura and his title and stature. And at first he looks at Ser Duncan like, why you stand tall? You know, I think what you can see from him is the fact that even Ser Duncan's bodily behavior is to crouch down. He's not a chest out, braggadocious kind of person. So even stature-wise, he's not used to doing that. So you can imagine at first, you know, Lionel's feeling a bit insulted. Lionel Baratheon's like, you know, oh, are you a heretic? Sort of thing, you know, like, you should be tall. You know, be tall, you know, and he finds out, like, oh, he's just here to eat, because Lionel's thinking, what gifts you got for me? Why are you here? So it's funny how they go into becoming, you know, good friends. He's dancing, he's enjoying, and, you know, he's really just trying to do what he can to go for the tournament. At the same time, he has to prove that he's a knight. And what's so crazy about this is that he needs, like, somebody to vouch for him. You know, so Alan is dead now. He needs someone to vouch for him. And he tries to find that in Sir Manfred, but Sir Manfred's like, look, basically Sir Manfred's father was served by Salon, but Sir Manfred cannot recall at all. So he's in some trouble trying to find out if anybody can vouch for Ser Duncan being a knight, you know. So that's something that we'll see, that we got a preview of, that we'll definitely see for that'll be season 2. I mean, we'll definitely see for episode 2 for sure. And we also got a teaser. You know, we got a bit of a teaser of the fact that you see that he meets, of course, he gets into trouble. You know, the end of the teaser, which we'll break down later, you see the trouble he gets in. But I think what we have to really unpack here is the beautiful dynamic that he has with Egg Targaryen. Absolutely wonderful dynamic, you know. And it's good that, you know, he's got a squire he can trust, and there's so much love between the two. It's absolute so much love between the two. So I think that's just wonderful, profound to see for a particular show like this, that, you know, you can actually get genuine guys where everything is just positive. And I know everything's going to turn for the worst, but so far, you know, it really has shown some good signs. So no, we can't wait. We can't wait for more breakdowns. Definitely next week I'll give another breakdown for what happens, but you will also give a breakdown for the teaser, the trailer at hand. But so far it's wonderful.